Hello, my name is Carl Surrey and this is a video tutorial for the Facebook group called Fans of Serif Software, and it is a look at Affinity Photo, and the rather long-winded title of this is Beginner's Look Part 22, looking at cutting, pasting, selecting, copying Part 2, because in Beginner's Guide Part 21 I looked at a pretty similar subject, but it seems some people are still having some problems with this, namely Martin McKie, who is having problems making a montage that he's trying to do, and I've been sort of talking to him on Facebook, and his main problem has been that his background was really too small for the images he wanted to add in, and he said like the background he'd got off the internet at a royalty-free website, and that was the size that he sort of had to work with. So first of all, I want to explain to him and to other beginners, you're not restricted to the size of the background as it starts out. So what I've done is, I'm not going to make a new one, but I'm going to show you how this document I've set up. I'm going to set it up, I'll set it up as an A4, and pixels is the units that I'm measuring in, and I took the tick out of portrait, so it was now in the landscape size, and the dots per inch I've left at 300, and you can have the margins in or take them out, but so then I had a background this size, and I've just quickly added a gradient colouring on there. So assuming this is your beginning start and you have a background that you want to add. Now this is one that I made myself using a program called, I think it's called Abstract Curve, but from wherever you got your background from, if you just select and then select all, go to edit and then copy or Control and C, come back to your new document and come to edit and paste or Control V. So as you can see, this background is too small, or this image is too small for what I want it to be in the background. So if I come to the Move tool, hold the cursor over one of the corner edges, and then hopefully when you down here along the bottom, it will give you a list of things that you can do using various keys. At the moment it says something different to what I want, because it will change once the cursor is over the corner, and once it's over that corner there, it will give you the instructions that you can use once you're in this position. So the shift will, if you hold down the shift and click and drag, it will ignore the aspect ratio. If you hold down a control key, click and drag, it will resize around the center, which will keep it all in proportion, which is what I'm going to start off doing here. So I'll hold down a control key, just drag that out and move it in position, and that's pretty much okay where it is. So let me just zoom out slightly. Yeah, so this is going to be my background image, and all I've done is resized an image to fit the size of background I wanted. So now we come to look at adding images to this. Now I'm going to use this one here, which is one I got off a royalty-free website called pixabay.com, and it's quite a really big image. So I'm going to come to select all, and then edit, copy, and come back to this image here. Now obviously there are going to be problems with this because that image I'm going to paste in is in a portrait format and mine is landscape, so there will be problems from the start, which I'm not too worried about. I'll just come to edit and paste. Now if you're on the navigator tab here, you can just click and drag this right the way out quite quickly, and as you can see, because I'm on the move tool, it gives you the outline of where the image is. So this image is way too big for the background, especially in its portrait format. So, but I can just come to the corner, hold down the control key, quickly resize it, put it in position, and then just press Control and 0 to bring that quickly, the whole image quickly back to the right size, and then I can just position it and continue to resize it if necessary. Now you've got to remember, every time you paste, you'll be using edit and paste or Control V, it will paste in the image the size that it started out. So if I did paste again now, it will do another big version of this image. And another problem that some older users of Serif products, Photo Plus, may have had was when they went to the edit paste options, you had the option to paste as a new image or paste as a new layer. Now in Affinity Photo, using paste always pastes as a new layer. If you want to do a new image, you'd have to come to File, New from the clipboard. So if I click on this, it will make another version of this picture because that is still on the clipboard. Alright. So it's assuming you didn't want to resize the image by using the arrow keys from the move tool. You could, if you want, resize, let me get rid of this selection area, resize this start image here and come to document, resize document, and there you've got your start size, and let's make that also 300 dots per inch to match the background, but probably don't need to do that, but it does increase the pixel sizes. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roughly half this. So this first one is 11,637, so half of that, let's say, is roughly around the 600 mark. So it's only going to be a rough size. I'm going to click 600, type 600 I mean, and because this padlock here is locked, it will automatically resize this size in proportion. If you wanted to change the proportions, you'd have to click on that padlock to unlock it, and then you can change both sides. So as you can see, it's automatically changed that. So if I resize this, it won't look any different here because the program has automatically sort of readjusted the now smaller image to fit the screen. But if I now select this, select all, edit, copy, come back to this image, whereas before it pasted in as a really big image. If I come to paste now, as you can see, it's automatically pasted it in. Oh, I moved the wrong one there. Automatically pasted it in as a smaller image, and I wasn't that far off of reducing it to where I was. So if I come back to this image, get rid of the selection area, again document resize, and let's halve it again, make this 300, resize. Again, it has automatically still kept it the center of the screen at the same size. I'll select all, edit, copy, come back to this one, and then edit, paste, and then you see it has reduced the size yet again. So you can either reduce the size once you've pasted it in, and then just reduce the size using the move tool and the corner handles, or reduce the size of the image before you select it and paste it into whatever it is you want to do. And then the last one I'm going to look at is, let me just resize this again, but this time back to the 600. So let's, yes, I'll make it the 600 size again. Then edit and copy. Come back to this image that we're working on, and I'm going to make sure that the top layer is highlighted, and then I'm going to come to there's a shape tool, but it's on the ellipse, and I'm just going to draw this circle here, and then I'm going to come to the edit menu, and rather than paste this time, I'm going to do paste inside. Now that image will now be pasted inside the circle, but because it is still fairly big, in fact I may have selected the wrong one there, but it doesn't matter so much because it is in a group now with the circles. If I highlight that image, I can resize it by holding down the control key once on the move tool, and then just moving it roughly in position, press Control and 0, and then that can be moved around to any way that I want it to fit inside that circle. So apart from the fact the error that I did, I think I selected the wrong image here when changing the size, because I copied in the wrong size one there. But I mean, I could technically, I'll keep moving the background by mistake. If I delete that one, that image there, if I select that layer there, it's not going to let me do it that way. No, let's try this one again. Sorry about this, just make sure this is the 600 one. No, it's not that one. This must be the 600 one. Yeah. Let's try and select all again. Edit, copy. Select the shape, edit, paste inside, and for some reason it's pasted it up there. Should have pasted it in the circle, but that's what comes when you do these things in a hurry. There you go. Well, I hope that answers Martin's questions. Sorry for the errors, but it was done rather quickly. and I hope that you and Martin have learnt a few things about just cutting and pasting, selecting and resizing and all that. Thank you for watching once more, and goodbye.